Hey, welcome to this video on dividing fractions. Today we're going to talk about how do you divide a fraction with a fraction. Previous video was on dividing whole numbers by fractions. And to do that, one strategy we did was to draw pictures of three whole objects and then cut them into fourths and then count how many shapes you have, and that gave you the answer. So in this case, 3 divided into fourths gives you 12 little pieces. But today, as you can see, it's going to be different. It's going to be a fraction divided by a fraction. So the way we model that is we draw a bar, or a rectangle, and then you show that you have 3/4 of it full, or whatever the fraction is. In this case, it's 3/4. So that's indicated by this line right here. 3/4 of this bar is shaded in. And then ask the question, how many 1/4 are in 3/4? Okay, I've heard it said too, how many 1/4 fit inside that 3/4? All right, well, you can count them. 1, 2, 3 is our answer. So there are 3 1/4 and 3/4, right? Would be our complete package there, complete answer. All right, then we looked at a few examples down here. We did this one together. Is 3 halves. Now, I drew a box and we saw that we had 2 halves in that box, but we need 3 of them. So we had to draw a second box to get us to our 3 halves. All right, and then if I divide that by fourths, all right, I'm going to draw the same boxes and then to break those into fourths. All right. Now, all I'm worried about is this area right here. Okay, because I'm asking how many 1/4 fit inside of 3 halves. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would be my answer. All right, so there are 6/4 and 3 halves, or there are 6/4 and 3 halves. So if you want to think about a game, like a football game or a basketball game, there are 2 quarters in each half. So if you have 3 halves, you've got 6/4 to play. All right, then we looked at another one, 1/2 here. I got half of my rectangle is full. All right, and then I divide it into 8s. So I break this other box into 8s. And so how many of these 8s fit inside of the 1/2? Now notice I'm not counting these 8s over here because they're not represented by that other half, right? We just had half of this rectangle full. So I can't count these 8s, only these. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 would be my answer. So there are 4 1/8 inside of 1/2. Okay? Now, we went to this page, and it talked about, I think this is page 99, and it talked about 2 really big words, reciprocal and multiplicative inverse. And they basically mean the same thing. All right? And really all that it's saying is if I have a fraction a over b, the reciprocal is b over a. So here's a over b. The reciprocal of a over b is b over a. Now notice these are not equal. I did not put an equal sign here. I'm saying these are the reciprocals. So the reciprocal of 3/4 is 4 over 3. And you notice what am I doing? I'm just flipping the top number, making it the bottom, and the bottom number the top number. Okay, so I'm just switching the numerator and the denominator. That is the reciprocal. Sometimes we call it the flip, because really you're just flipping it on its head. Right? Top becomes bottom, bottom becomes top. Now, there's this property that says if you multiply a number times its reciprocal, you get 1. Okay? If you want to look at the next page, they go into this great explanation of why that's important. But we're not going to worry about that today. But what we want to do is, why does this help us? Okay, so that's what a reciprocal is. How does it help us? Well, if I have this division problem right here, okay, 3/4 divided by 1/3, what I can do is keep, change, flip. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to keep the first fraction, okay, make sure you don't flip it, because we get so excited about flipping fractions, reciprocals, we just flip everything inside. But don't, okay, the first fraction you just keep. So it's 3/4, I write it down, just like it is up here, and then I change this division sign into multiplication. And then I turn this into its reciprocal, this 1/3 into 3 over 1, or its flip. Okay, so really what's going on here is instead of dividing by 1/3, we're multiplying it by 3 over 1. All right, and now that I have a multiplication problem, I multiply across the top and get 9. I multiply across the bottom and get 4. and then I change it to a mixed number, 2 1/4. Okay, if it needs simplifying, I should probably simplify. All right, so that is basically what you need to do on the next page. Okay, we modeled how to do models on page 96, so you can look at that. And we did the reciprocal, or keep, change, flip, on page 99. All right, now number 2 is a little bit tricky. I'm going to let you do number 1. I think you can get it. But number 2 is a little bit tricky because if you follow along, there's 7/8. So all but 1/8 of this box is full. Okay, we have 7/8. And then I want to know how many 1/4 fit inside that 7/8. Okay, so then I break this box into 4s. Okay, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, there's only 3 full 4s, right? In these 7/8. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then how much of a 4th is left over here? All right, I'll let you guys think about that. All right, and our answer is going to be 3 and something. Okay, we'll leave you at that. Now, on number 3, got it started for you, but this is not the final answer. Just to show you again, keep, change, flip. So keep 3/4, change division to multiplication, and then flip the 1/6 and make it 6/1. You could do that on 4 and 5 as well, and then you multiply and simplify and turn into a mixed number. You should be in good shape. All right, hopefully you find this video helpful. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye. Bye.